speaking of last time's game,
Well,
you all decided that, hey, last time you were going to go outside onto the boat, re-travel to your steps, and find your way back on through the areas. And
then you're intercepted by patrolman.
you get intercepted on the trail by a man. You're very quiet, Cordova.
While we were what?
Still quiet.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like something's covering your mic.
Like you're muffled.
Cover up.
Yep.
The man doesn't want
The
Cordova
great cover-up of 87.
to have
After the
his
bite
voice
of
heard.
86. Is that the bite of 86? But you got to a
The
town,
animatronics do get a little quirky at night.
and you got to a new town.
Am I still quiet?
Talk again.
Wabba wabba.
I bet you 200%.
Unbelievable.
That's all it'll be. And then you found another village. Did I show you the village map yet or no?
No.
We saw the village on the big map, but we haven't gone into the village map yet. No.
You
I-
dueled a
I
man.
just went over. Hold on a sec.
You just went over what? It's not nice to roadkill. I should know. As a master of hitting deer.
No, I think I finally heard a worse story than one of yours, where the guy hit a deer and he's like, "Well, I gotta put it out of its misery because it's making noise," and he like revs up and he's ready to go over it. It gets up at the last second, only for another deer to run in the way and get.
That is
Hey, Bubba.
awful. Jeez.
Deer to deer action. Double deer combo.
Well,
So, what were you saying?
I wanted to ask, like, did the Crimson Dragooner fight count towards like Baldur's Ring?
Count towards what?
Baldur's Ring, the
Sure.
It was a one-on-one duel, so
And you should, Mercy.
well, Baldur was the one where it's like
Hodor is you have to offer mercy and they have to reject it. Then you kill him.
Yeah, saying he
Baldur
did both.
is, but Baldur is like take on like significant enemies by yourself.
Yeah, I assume that was why Cactus had him specify he wanted a one-on-one duel to give you a chance.
But with that stated, do you wish to enter the village?
Yes, we were doing that at the end of session.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll copy your tokens over. Why does the lure say smaller? There.
Well,
they are smaller.
you know, I don't
Because she's a short queen.
But you're not a small creature.
Why are you so small?
Well, to be fair, like Tellius and other like slightly bigger characters aren't size class large, but you do make the distinction.
Just increase this map size a little bit.
Whoa.
approaches and city watch alarm bells start going off.
As you
You
approach,
could always use your cloak to, or shirt to change what you look like.
I thought you were gonna say he could put on his cloak and like somehow being a gigantic guy in a cloak would be less intimidating.
so if you see at the bottom right corner of the screen where you are, I'll
Oh,
get you there all very late.
initially the party token was in the top entrance.
So you found your path into the village. Upon entering inside, you see the village is sickly, that it is mostly somewhat destroyed, and you can see that recently there was a fire here.
Before we enter, Alarce is going around the party, straightening everyone's clothes and armor, dusting off Cordova's feathers with her sleeve. She licks her thumb and is wiping dirt smudges off.
Hey, I'll have you know, every morning I preen myself meticulously.
But you had a epic duel not too long ago after the day started, didn't you?
I got my neck broken not too long ago.
Mom, I look fine.
And the undead captain has been successfully disguised, quote unquote, by being wrapped in all his garments.
He puts on a mask.
Well,
For my dear glorious master, for I shall be the master of disguise. He puts on an elf mask. Huzzah!
Yeah, very
a paper
disguised.
mask with the drawing of an elf's face on it.
It's just like two dots and one of those greater sign noses.
So, what will you all do?
Alright, stay close, everyone, especially you, Sterling, since this is only your second village that you've been to.
I've been to more than 2 villages.
Oh really? Where was the third one?
Not on this continent.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't know them. They're far away.
Cordova does the fucking Vince McMahon walk into the town.
Are you disguised as anything or no?
It's like the biggest halfling.
just take halfling fucking Photoshop Dropbox around it, fucking scale up.
So you chose a halfling, correct?
No.
No, I was joking.
You know what? Fuck it, Kenku. Like, as I said, this convenient winged Kenku.
I mean, they have wingy arms, they just can't fly with them.
You shrink into above average Kenku.
Cool, so he's medium sized now.
Been there, done
Also-
that.
Also, Kenku straight up don't have wings. Like, they got arms and legs. I think you were thinking of, like, 2nd edition Arakocra.
Who cares?
Because that's, like, the only bird people that have arm wings.
You get
But yes,
You get
become an above
lifespan.
average Kenku. Well,
you can live to about half a century.
okay, except I'm already stuffed full of soul.
Yeah. You get to live for an extra half century
Well, cool.
when disguised.
Anyways, Colin Widekenku, does the Vince McMahon walk into the town?
Do we see anyone in the town? Is it just empty, or is it...
We'll move the
You
token.
said sickly.
I got bing bong.
Oh, okay.
I got bing bong.
So you move the
I was gonna
token
say, do
up
we need to
the
roll?
path. As you see, there is a shack next to a small farm field where there is
Whoa,
three
can I
old...
ask him to teach me how to throw hoops?
Take 2 damage.
Right.
Where you see 3 old men who look rather sickly out in the field tending to crops that look half dead.
They don't look too well. I'm not the most perceptive, and even I can tell that.
Sterling, that's incredibly rude to say. They're just sick.
Well, I'm saying, if they're that sick, should they be working in the field?
They might not have much of a choice. Hey, do you guys need help?
One looks over and says, "Honey, just ignore him. It's one of those filthy bird people."
Hey, your birds aren't filthy.
Alerce gives you a look like I told you so when you stopped her from cleaning the dust off you.
Well, I guess we'll ignore them. They seem rude.
Well, rude or not,
As you continue to look at them, they walk into their house as if they're shying away from you.
Well, I guess.
well, if they're shying away from the healer, there's not much I can do.
Let's keep going.
Perhaps
Sterling's
we
gonna
leave,
walk
like-
over and like look over the thing. What are they planting? Is it like grown or is it like barren?
They're planting crops, however, they're planting barley right now.
Okay.
So there's barley any.
1 more damage. As they are planting, though, roll me a perception check.
Ah, yay. That's a that's a fantastic roll for me. Let's see, it's a
Do
-2.
call me Alerce the perceptive.
1.
Nat 1.
No, I got a 3 with a -2.
Plants aren't your
So it's
forte.
one of those dirty ones.
What'd you
Okay,
say?
was that a call for the entire party to roll, or?
No, just him, but you
Just
gotta
one.
roll me a nature check.
Oh. I'm good at those. Pop. I can bing pop. Nat 20.
Nice, dude.
Okay. 1 minute, gotta do my medication.
Oh. Related or unrelated?
Unrelated.
Like this is gonna be a headache to type out.
I make 1 nature check. Cactus proceeds to hand me another long form, like long-term, like stat growth
It's
system.
like, well, shit, I wasn't expecting to reveal everything so soon.
This is the new farming system.
Cue the Farmville music, everybody! Yay!
Oh no, I was saying I forgot to take my insulin, so I was just doing that.
The insolence.
Your nature check comes back that it is a type of barley, right? However, this is not barley for making bread. It doesn't do well within human culture. It's specifically made for roasting and used for bird people, where you would roast the barley itself, and the nut then breaks open into smaller seeds, where it's built for people, bird folk.
Wow.
But it's not good for grinding up into flour, because when you grind it grinds up into a very it doesn't go to a very fine powder. It gets to like a coarse, almost like meal texture with like hard bits in between. And it's not well suited to human palates or stomach digestion.
Well, also, of course, they're not going to be able to grind it down into very good flour. There's no river for a watermill here.
Well, there's water right there. So clearly they're getting water from somewhere.
It's just one of those shit. What was it? Like one of those water horns that just does fresh water forever.
Yeah.
Like when you pour it
Canter
out.
of endless water.
Yeah, that. Hello. See? It's just one of those in the middle.
I really wish you'd stop guessing my shit.
I mean, to be fair.
I meant that actually came up. I thought it was just going to be a quirk of the map.
to be fair, like I have like ever since like learning that was a thing in system, I'm like, I bet you could use that to put a town where a town normally wouldn't be able to go.
So what do you want to do now?
Well, I think we're just continuing on the road.
Continue to walk into the town, being a filthy bird person, apparently.
Oh, also, you notice from the barley, it has been the soil's overplanted. As in, the crop has not been switched out to have different yields on the field.
Weird.
Oh, I'm bleeding. That's bad.
Oh.
Oh. Do you want to attend to that for a second?
No, getting a band-aid now. Continue.
Well, you were saying that you were gonna take a non-bird folk appearance.
I said, like, walk into the town being a filthy bird person, apparently.
Yeah, did you want to, like, change that, or?
Okay, are you anticipating that, like, this entire town is racist, or?
Who knows? But now might be the last chance before we get to the main part of the village.
Okay, what do I even...
The choice is yours and yours alone. What do you want, Cordova?
Just a man with a very large nose.
Okay, like, what species do I even pick? I know there's at least 5 of them.
Would you like me to pick one for you?
Eeny, meeny, miny, Dragonborn.
Oh, I was gonna say you're a GIF.
Well, no.
You don't want to be a hippo man?
Nah.
Fuck,
Also,
man.
I thought you said GIF. Like GIF Yankee.
No, GIF. GIFF.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know what those are.
Yeah.
It's just over a mic, it's hard to tell.
Could also make you a centaur.
I did consider centaur briefly. Uh,
Bearfolk.
wait, is that the thing that was added? Hold on.
Bearfolk is Book of Even Tide. It's like partnered content.
Oh. Uh. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Tabaxi, I'm gonna be a lynx.
Oh, yeah.
Because snowy. Yay.
Okay. You now have extra damage against all rodents.
Well. Yay. Does that include traders?
Does that include what?
Does that include
Traders.
traders? Like traders? You know, like turncoats.
Dirty rats.
No.
You know, going rat hunting.
I'll think on it.
And just bullshitting, yeah.
You come
Anybody
to
working
another.
in this field?
You come to this next field where there are 5 children out in the field, working endlessly.
Oh,
Do the children look sickly?
They look beaten up, scraped up, and there's an old man with no legs sitting in a chair, watching them.
bad.
His bandages
Maternal
and wounds.
instincts kicking in.
His bandages and wounds look really fresh.
Looks at Cordova.
You want to try again now that you're not a filthy bird person?
Gonna start approaching the old man, I guess.
Following behind.
What you over here for?
Just passing through, and we can't help but notice this village. I anticipate it's seen better days, yes?
Yeah, it all started when that man came through town.
But man,
Wouldn't happen to be a merchant named Neural or some such.
Him! That was him! Do you know him too?
No, we were informed
I know of him.
from some of the other village folk who made their way over to the cavern.
Well, after he came through, we weren't able to pay our tithe to the Steel Feathers, so they burnt a quarter of our village down.
Mm-hmm.
They take your legs too.
I tried to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
That doesn't sound very nice. So I take it that's why it's all hands on deck here.
Winter is coming soon, and we need to have something for the cold season.
Cordova kind of just casually turns around and looks to Alarce.
I mean, I can help with the weather, not necessarily crop yields.
Well, yes, but they need. It didn't say they need strictly crops for the winter. It just says they need something.
Yes, but the contents of a magical feast like I create disappear after 8 hours.
Oh, even the stuff you pick up and cook.
Oh, now on that, I could maybe help. Though
Okay.
they're
Okay, I recall you mentioning that we had quite the surplus on that level. I mean, granted, it'd be rather thin across an entire village, but
yeah, I was gonna say we have a lot for 3 people, but it'd probably be a pittance for the number of people we're worried about.
says-
We'd have to.
it wouldn't be nothing.
He says to you we wouldn't be able to take it. If they found out that we had food more than we have now, they would. There'd be consequences.
I would beat their asses.
What he means is we will speak to them on your behalf. The Steel Feathers, you could say, owe us quite a deal.
Are you sure it was the Steel Feathers?
They're wearing the same tribal patterns.
Same weapons and everything.
They threw lightning bolts.
Yeah, that sounds like them.
Wait, they can throw lightning
Classic
bolts.
Steel Feathers.
That's literally one of the main things that they do in battle.
Good to know. Do merchants come through here often or no?
Not ever since. All the undead are
gonna s-
active. Men are stopped
gonna
on the
say,
road and bandits quake. We're no longer a good trading city, and no one comes up the mountain keep anymore.
Do the undead ever come here?
Often, yes.
How do you defend yourself? It seems that most of you are sickly or injured.
I assume that's where the Steel Feathers come in and why they ask for tribute in turn.
Basically.
Well, I was going to say, judging by the state of this village here, they don't.
Oh, I do have access to great food or water. But yeah, after 24 hours it spoils.
Which means they could eat it without having to worry about the Steel Feathers finding out about it, because it could go bad.
Well, it's still there, it's just spoiled. But, but yeah, we do have a temporary solution, but not a long-term one. Question is, how do we help their food situation after we walk away?
Well, I think we help as much as we can, and then let the fates have them. Can't always solve everyone's problem.
Oh lord, would a planar binding help? We hire a celestial elemental fae fiend to secure the food
A
source.
fate could probably grow food, but it seems like a lot for a...
A demon could do it, just not in the way you want.
I
Cull the
mean-
population, eat the other half. There you go.
I mean, what does a devil get out of twisting your wish when they don't care about food?
Then I think if we end up dealing with this lich you were talking about, their undead problem would probably go away, so they wouldn't have to pay tribute anymore.
Yeah, but what
Yeah,
does that mean when it's ready to kill?
Yeah, I was gonna say, out of character, we know it's like a month's timeline we're looking at for killing the lich rather than days.
Got it.
So yeah, if we're just like, here's food for a day, bye, we're off to kill the lich.
So what is the state of the granary at the moment?
What is the state of the granary, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, the granary, like the food storage.
You would have to talk to the chieftain about that. His
Well-
house is towards the center of town.
His house is points back where we came from.
No, they said center of town.
I know, I was joking. But points back to the house that we already had a poor encounter with.
Well, before we depart,
He
I'll let you
says,
say
"I
we'll heal
can-"
up the...
He says, I can take you
Children.
there, and he tries to get up, but realizing that he doesn't have
I-
legs, falls to the
I
ground.
Whatever picks him back up and puts him back in the chair. Okay, you need to rest.
How much healing are you going to do on him? Are you going to cast like regenerate so he gets his legs back, or are you just gonna?
I'm not high enough level to do that. That's like 8th level,
Regenerate.
and I got 6 level
No,
slots.
no, regenerate is not 8th level.
Which one am I thinking of?
Regenerate is 7th level.
Gotcha. Well, either way, I only have 6 level slots.
You are thinking of heal, I think.
Maybe. Anyway,
No, heal is also
Yeah.
6th level.
I'll just be spamming some smaller healing spells on the children. And we're on our way.
Which path would you like to take? Right or left?
Well, they said center town, so I take it we're going left.
Yeah.
As you move left, going in between each of the streets and the houses, there's holes in each of the roofs. Some are scorched, others are burnt to a crisp. Some houses are collapsed, and there's wreckage everywhere of holes, blood smears, clothing, equipment, everything on the ground since a battle of carnage. You get to the center of town where there is just blood marks everywhere throughout the whole middle of town. And there is a fountain in the middle that is constantly pouring out with water. Surrounding it are coffins. And there is what appears to be the mayor's house, or the chieftain's house, at the very top over here.
We shall approach.
Cordova, your cousins in this region seem to strike me as short-sighted
I thought they
folk.
were supposed to be nicer.
Clearly they haven't shared the same vision of helping the masses as Electrum has.
Well, they could have been being controlled by. So I'm trying to go through my notes. I don't remember what her name is. Lamar.
Lichy McLitchface.
Well, Famara seems to have the ability to control people. If she's working with the Lich, she could be going around ensuing chaos, making it harder for the Steel Feathers to get help.
I suppose it's worth keeping an open mind before we hear everything from the Steel Feathers side.
Well, as someone who deals with mind control, uh,
There's an
something
honest
I
road, man.
would have thought of, probably. Not that I could pull it off on this large of a scale, but
I was gonna
The-
say, as soon as you mentioned you have dealt with mind control, Alerce's like checking your forehead and inspecting your eye as if that's somehow gonna tell her if you're being mind controlled.
no, you've seen it before. I have the ability to mess with people's heads, charm them.
Oh, yes, of course. So we're gradually approaching the ones in the center.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume these are fresh coffins. Hastily built.
Yes, pretty much just to get the bodies off the road.
Well, you want to give them their final rites or something?
Usually those happen when you bury them.
I don't think we're gonna stick around until they're buried, so...
Tell what do the coffins themselves look like?
The coffins themselves are just hastily built wooden pieces of board slapped together and tied together with twine and rope.
All of them for adult?
Most of them, yes.
Most of them.
There's a few smaller ones that look to be for children.
Hmm.
Well, I figure I'll ask out of character, is it like a faux pas of any kind for me to be doing a clerical blessing beforehand and without asking?
You could do one, I guess, if you wanted to. There isn't a preacher, cleric around to stop you.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, is it like more of a, you let the locals handle that kind of thing?
Kind of let the locals handle that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I don't know.
Because I feel like when you are
You
dealing
worship
with
the god of
regional
death,
gods
so you
and
might as
such.
well.
Well, I was just saying, when you're dealing with like localized gods and such, it'd be kind of weird if a stranger shows up out of nowhere and is just like, "Hey, send him to my god instead."
Yes, well,
Yeah. Cordova kind of looks at the coffins that are smaller and he's like, oh, but if it is them, and there isn't any mind control.
We have a friendly chat with them.
yes, we might to rethink who we align ourselves with.
Yeah, chat. That's what's going to happen if they truly are responsible for their decisions.
Yes, a lengthy chat that will leave quite the impact.
Actually, I think it'd be quite brief.
Where do you go from here?
To the mayor's house.
Yeah, I was gonna
assume
say,
it's
which
the
house
big
looks
house.
mayoral?
Big
The
house
center
over here.
one.
Say what?
The center house.
The big house up here.
Mm-hmm.
Center, I hardly know her.
2
One more
damage.
damage. Oh, two.
As you approach, a man stops you before you get any closer. I would not enter there if I were you.
Why? What's wrong?
Unspeakable horrors are laying within.
Do you know how ambiguous that is?
You don't wish to know anymore.
Where might we find the mayor?
Inside.
Sterling's gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh my god, every time I cast this spell. Is it a magical effect?
No.
No, yeah, I assume not.
Well, you at least get a +2 from being near me.
Oh, then it's an 11.
An 11, you say?
Yep.
Well, you are cursed with the mental image of seeing this creature enter your thought processes of what he saw in there. I warn you.
Maybe he was just talking about like the steel feathers are inside or something.
Oh.
Ah,
Yummy.
here we go. Jesus. Well, I guess Jesus isn't here.
That's not Jesus, that's our mayor. How rude.
Did he detect any other thoughts or just one thought in there?
Just that of, like, don't go in. He saw that and he can't unsee it.
Hmm. He is right. He did see something horrendous in there. Sterling's gonna get close. Can he detect any thoughts in the building?
Yes.
One or more than one?
Multiple.
Is there anyone else in here other than the mayor, or is it just the mayor?
That's a complicated question to answer.
He's asking the guy who went in there.
Yeah,
like with the
he's
guy who went in
asking.
there
He's
said.
asking the guard.
Yeah, the guard.
He says to you, there were multiple people in there. There's only one now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, something tells me we're talking about another flesh warping situation.
Well, I looked into his mind, and he saw something very disturbing. I will put it that way. It's definitely in there.
I'm gonna delete that now because my brain hates it.
How long has that been in there? When did you go in there and see that?
Last night, there was a terrible storm, and some creature swept through this area, covered in a black cloak, and with her there was some winged creature that looked like a butterfly.
Son of a bitch.
Some cackle of a laugh happened as a bunch of men gathered together to try to slay this whatever it was out of the sky. A spell was used and that thing showed up, fusing them together, twisting them into a creature. We had to beat it back inside and close the door.
That is disturbing.
Now that it's daytime, it won't come out, but we're afraid of what happens at night.
We asked some other villagers, and they said that the steel feathers did this.
Did the steel feathers burn down part of the village recently?
They did, but not for the reason of last night. They came through 4 or 5 days earlier and burnt down some villages because we could not pay payment. We tried to explain that our men got up in the night and were shambling somewhere else, but they wouldn't listen. saying that we'd thrown some kind of party. They had seen a mass number of them dancing off somewhere, and that's why we burned away the food. And so as recompense, they burnt a quarter of the village with lightning.
There didn't happen to be any particularly big ones among them, did there?
There was a ratherly large one.
How large?
Oh, a little taller than you.
So, like, Cordova's medium at the moment as a tabaxi.
Like,
So,
he's like much like larger than you, like a size class larger.
would you say, like, a story, story and a half, 2 stories?
Maybe about halfway up that house. So a story.
Like a story?
Yeah.
So, of the 2 that we resuscitated, one of them was much bigger than that, and the other was were they wielding wind or wielding frost? Hold on a second. I'm trying to track down where exactly her introduction was. Yeah, keep scrolling. Yeah, keep scrolling.
I don't wanna.
Oh yeah, to a loss. They didn't happen to you tell me like the color of their feathers? Were they say using something other than lightning?
I don't remember. I was too scared to see any further. They said if we did not comply in the next harvest or the next payment, they would take away our runeric. They would take away our water.
Right. Well,
Perhaps for now we engage in some local political talks, and then we take a visit to the Steel Feathers.
Question.
Yeah.
With detect thoughts, I can read surface level thoughts of creatures within 30 feet. What are the surface level thoughts of the creatures that are inside of the mayor's office? Is it just like unintelligent gibberish, or is it like screams of anguish? Because you said there were multiple in the house.
Yeah. You hear praying to the Jawed God.
I'm gonna guess Sterling doesn't know who that is.
Roll me a history check.
Okay, let's see. What do I have on history?
History on religion? Disgusting.
Like history and religion are just base rolls, so 18.
Okay, the Jawed God is an ancient god of rot. Otherwise known as Monder.
Monder.
How do you spell that? Okay.
I'm familiar with their tale.
He's gonna turn to Alersa and he's gonna be like, the thoughts inside the building keep saying prayers to a god named Monder. I've heard a bit about him. He was a god of rot, I believe. Do you know anything more than that?
Ask Cactus, do I know more than that? So
Roll
I roll
me-
religion.
Roll me religion.
Yeah. Nice, dude. Flat 10.
You rolled a 2. That's so sad.
Yeah, I was personally hoping for a nat one, but oh well. Yeah, I'll take it a 10, doesn't give me any more info.
So, you said you got a 10 on your history?
On religion.
Oh, more of a cosmic god of rot. He's very old, very ancient. In terms of power, it's not well known nowadays. He's not really worshipped so much as he kind of sprouts up from time to time.
I will
Fun fact,
share that with the party.
in D&D world, he hasn't existed since the spell plague, because that's the thing that took him out. When spell plague was going about, there was such death and devastation amongst casters, he was able to manifest, but once he manifested, he caught spell plague, and then he fucking died out.
Fucking.
I didn't think the spell plague would eat my face.
I'm sorry. That reminds me so much of like people who go overboard with like lizard folk, like scavenging. Like, oh, don't want to waste good meat. It's like, sir, that is like 3 days rotting. You will catch all of the diseases.
I mean, I knew a lizard folk player who that was the idea. He wanted to eat as many things that were bad for him as possible until they would no longer have effect.
So, yeah, basically,
meal.
Ancient God of Rot caused a lot of issues for the ancient forces, was very, very deadly. He was banished like 25 times from Toriel, which was like the upper northern cap of Faerun. And man just had all the shit against him, right? The spell plague happened. When that came around in Land of D&D, there was such rot and decay on a mass level for all casters, he was able to manifest, but as soon as he manifested, because he's been essentially so disjointed magically from the land and realm that he wasn't prepared for it, and as soon as he entered, got spell plague and started to wither and decay on his own, which just unraveled himself again, and he died out.
That is fucking hilarious.
After that, a bunch of eldritch gods got birthed, and so you have all these different eldritch gods that are a representation of all these different cosmic stuff. Because he's no longer holding back the eldritch beings from attaining power, because they're not being sucked into a constant state of rot and decay. That's why they can live on forever, because he's not around. Like, they literally killed off eldritch death. They can't die easily anymore. a boon and a very bad thing for everyone else. But they also have to travel by space now, so they're kind of stuck in their own realm. Beside that point, though, they don't pop up often at all. They have to be manifested and brought into the world. So anyone who's praying to him is kind of like, I'm bringing something into the world from him.
Sounds like we need to do some cleaning up.
I am going to say this. We should probably kill what's inside, because by nightfall it will probably kill the rest of the villagers.
Yeah,
And
he
I
was
don't
saying
think
that.
we can fix their death thing if we don't kill it. I know, like Sterling is saying this now to everybody.
Yeah, I was saying the guy we were talking to said that to the group. And you said some of that too, to ask about it.
Would you mind if we I guess cleared the mansion? Cradle was talking to the guard.
He says to you, you can attempt to enter, but I'm only to warn you that it's not a good idea.
Is there a roof entrance?
And you might want to back up.
From my knowledge, all other entryways have been sealed off by a flesh that as soon as you touch it, it slithers to infect and rot your body, to turn it to slime and ooze.
Sounds
I don't
fantastic.
suppose we could just casually send a cloud kill in there until it's gone.
Probably could.
Can't
Like,
leave
it's
the
got
building.
nowhere else to go. Yeah, we like open the doorway and just and it enters through and spreads.
Well, okay, you said all other entryways, but not this front door.
Yes. There is a back door, but there is an eye guarding it.
You know what? I'm not going to ask you to elaborate. Because
Well, might as well start.
That sounds like a thing where it's just exactly as you said.
You said it doesn't come out during the day. Do you know if the daylight hurts it, or it just doesn't like it?
It doesn't, from what we noticed, it didn't burn the light. It just didn't like the light. But whether that's something of its first summoning or otherwise, we dare not to test.
Well, if we
Things
are
that
gonna
don't
kill
like
it,
the light usually don't like it for a reason.
yes, but if the daylight doesn't kill it, it might go berserk if it tries to follow us out, or run out of the house if we put
What?
poisonous cloud in it.
What I'm saying is,
Um,
depending on the nature of the creature, the reason why it might not like the light is because it might not be able to see well in it.
Which is even more of the reason why we should probably get the villagers near the mayor's house away from the mayor's house, so it doesn't go flailing in the direction of
Wherever.
Yes.
So does the eye he refers to just mean a person who's standing watch, or is it a literal
A literal eye.
creature?
I think he means
Okay.
a literal eye. I think that it is like a giant flesh cube mound thing with a bunch of roiling faces and body parts.
It's an eye made of faces.
That is, I'm glad I was not looking in your mind at that set. Okay. Hmm. Well, do we deal with this now or do we wait?
Um, I don't entirely think that I would be all game for like trying to do some humanitarian work, like maybe going around hunting or like completing tasks that they're desperately trying to get done. But something tells me that maybe getting rid of this might, you know, be a good idea before setting
Yeah,
about
I
that.
think this one takes
Is
priority.
Trent's gonna turn to the guard. He's gonna. You go and tell all of the villagers that are near the mayor's house. A couple 100 feet to move to the edges of the village, just in case.
We will do that.
Okay.
Don't worry, for what it's worth, we've fought some really legitimately crazy shit.
The person who was flying in the sky and did the thing to all your villagers, we fought her. And lived to tell the tale, so technically so did this village, but well, let's give him time to do that.
In the meantime, I will recount for Sterling how this reminds me of an encounter we had in a library. A great library that was overtaken by an eldritch monstrosity.
I've been running into too many of these things since I've been teleported here. The slime that was like 1,000 voices all talking at once made my head hurt. And now it's an ancient god of rot. It's supposedly dead, but it's still here, and it's in this weird village for some reason. And a shadow of a fucking dead person who's tried to kill her daughter. It's too much shit. Things were simpler when I was dueling over, well, not over, 4 nobles. They were dueling over some dumb shit most of the time.
Hey, Cactus, apologies if I've already asked you this, but the shifter jacket, does that have to be playable races, or...
Picks
What do
an
you mean?
unplayable race.
Like,
Oh yeah, like
playable to
there's
unplayable how?
like a fire giant. That's not normally a playable race.
Playable races, please.
Okay. So it's essentially the one-size class up bit is just not functioning.
I turned into a dragon. That's one size up.
For you, it may not function. For others, it does.
No, I was thinking unplayable race. Like
for
I'm
someone who's
turning into
already...
that eyeball made of flesh that has like 0 move speed.
You're
And no ability to
you
communicate.
now have another
Not-
eldritch god
Not
looking after you.
practically unplayable. I mean unplayable as in like not in any of the source books that are listed as available playable
Like,
races.
can I turn into that guy from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream?
Wait, which guy? Because there's Am and then there's the people Am are torturing.
The guy at the end, who the title is for.
Well, forget which one that one is in particular.
But anyway, yeah, we wait our time, and then are we taking strategy cloud kill first, and then preparing
right
to see
back.
if
I
it
need
hops
to-
out?
There is
I'll
a
be right
chance
back.
to
I
just
need
bust
to
through the
type something
house.
real quick.
You probe its mind, like, and how would you respond if suddenly you are getting slowly poisoned to death inside this place?
He could probably tell how upset it is by reading surface level thoughts. I think detect thoughts will probably be up by the time we fight it though, because it only lasts like a minute. Yeah, up to a minute.
So, what you planning on doing here? Cloud kill. Gonna chuck cloud kill on there.
Well, I think
That's a thought.
Cordova had to step away for a second.
Yeah. Also, how long does it take for the guard to clear the villagers out from around the
Probably
Town
8
hall.
hours.
Oh,
8 hours?
8 hours is a while. I mean, the sun's probably setting by the time he's doing all that.
Just to get them to like the edge of
Wait,
town?
okay,
It
like
takes.
8 hours for like a basic like evacuation of like a few hundred feet around the house.
You said to go for all of them to go to the limits of the city.
You just meant like a couple hundred feet away, like to make them go.
He took that as
Further
like
away, like,
everybody
edges
needs
of-
to like go to the edges of town.
Well, that could still work, you know, in case he goes running off in a direction. We still got time to catch up with him. Probably fight
Yeah, there would
before
be
that
there would
though.
still be different like distance between.
But it's you gotta
it
remember
and-
a bunch of damaged old people that have most, like they're still healing,
Yeah.
all being
Forgot
moved
about
to the
that.
edges of town. 8 hours is pretty fast for that.
I mean, if Alerce's hey guys,
Hmm.
Yeah.
how much do you think? Like, how many herbs do you think Alerce could possibly get together?
How many what?
Herbs.
Oh,
I
herbs.
think he's thinking of making
Herbs.
healing potions or something for him.
Yes, there's a potion of minor healing that I can make.
Pulls out my fishing rod. I'm not sure my expertise will come in handy here, but I can try.
You only get your herbs from the
Well,
ocean.
I guess I could fly around and like gather herbs, like myself. I guess.
Make survival check.
Well, use a survival check.
19. What does my fishing rod latch onto?
You find a barrel. And inside the barrel you find 9 herbs.
I like to think the barrel was inside the fountain for some inexplicable reason. Just like, I can't believe it worked.
Oh yeah, no, like the fountain just qualifies as a fishing spot, like Pokemon style.
Well, actually, you
Yeah.
you cast a line into the fountain and you pull a barrel out.
Okay, so you said 9 herbs.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and then with 3 food rations, that's enough to make 3 minor healing potions.
Is it based on a number of
It's 3 herbs,
Rations.
1 food ration.
is it 1 food ration and 3 herb that you need per?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make 3 minor healing potions and pass it around to whoever's the worst off.
Like, does this help?
Yeah, but it's not nothing.
Pour it on your nub.
Also, I mean, Cordova's still pretty strong. You can, like, help carry around anyone who's, like, having a hard time moving.
Yeah, and Sterling will go and help convince any of the stubborn villagers.
And I helped.
So you give it to a few people that were in need, but you notice that the majority of the village is still heavily damaged.
Yeah, it do be like that.
A lot of them are
sometimes.
still kind of fucked up. You give it to the people that are like the worst off, and they thank you for it, but it's kind of like giving a few Advil to a bunch of people with broken legs.
Yeah.
Well, okay, they're minor healing potions, not just minor pain meds.
No, what I'm saying is, like, it's you walk into a room with 20 people with broken
It's a drop
legs,
in the
and
bucket. I'm aware of that.
you give one person Tylenol.
It's a drop in the bucket. I'm aware of that. Cradle is gonna ask like you guys don't happen to have any like stockpiles of herbs that I could work with, could you? I could make a lot more.
We're an agri farm. We don't have herbs. That's a forest bounty.
Well,
We used to get our herbs shipped in, but since the roads have been so bad, we haven't been able to make any potions.
I guess I'm walking into the forest for a bit. I'll be right back.
I will help you.
Roll me nature
Since I'm
check.
also proficient in survival. Or, yeah.
yeah, I'm proficient in survival as well.
Yeah, that's what I was
say
saying. I'd
Sterling would help
since
you,
I already
but
did mine.
he's a -2 in survival, so
And I can give you guidance as usual.
Well, although from the sounds of it, Cactus was calling for a nature check.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you said you give guidance as well.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to be able to. You wouldn't happen to be able to spare an enhance ability, would you?
Well, I kind of burned my lower slots on
Fair enough.
the idea of healing people up to this point.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I pretty much just held on to 2 5th level slots and a 6th level, and I was just about to
D4.
use the cleric channel divinity to see what spell slots I can get back.
you get anything from a short rest because we do have 8 hours, so you could take one.
Actually, 8 hours.
Oh,
is usually
theoretically,
long
I do. I get my channel divinities back on a short rest at this level, don't I?
Yeah. I will also say that any villagers that are being particularly very stubborn, just not listening to reason at all, he will cast Charm Person on them, and then take a short rest before the fight.
I mean, they're not really going against the idea. It's just that they're not being stubborn about moving. They're being stubborn about not wanting to move because they just got some rest.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe not Charm Person because I know I cast it.
Well, that roll for herbs ended up with an 8.
You find 5 herbs.
Well, can I go foraging again?
One more time.
One more time.
Okay, while he rolls for that
will
question,
So,
does the mayor's house have any windows?
it does.
Can he look through one of the windows?
I done
Sure.
said all the other entrances.
Roll me a
were,
wisdom
like,
save.
obstructed by flash.
It's +2. Darcy's not here because of doing herbs. Natural 1. Holy shit.
Take 10 psychic damage as the horror, gore, and everything in between spooks you so bad that you're having nightmares for 2 days.
By the way, that second roll was a nat 20 for a total of 25.
Nice. That one, that
You
20.
find 40 herbs.
Well, so 45 total.
I can definitely spare that many rations, yeah.
That would be 15 rations.
You sure you don't want to take 40 though?
Wait, what?
I said, you sure you don't want to take 40 though?
I think the village would appreciate that more. Fuck it, calculator. 18 times 20. 360 plus 191 minus 428. So that leaves 123 left over. The percentile, that adds 41 under the raises the XP required to 469. I've hit level 4. That's another 15 minor health potions, so a fair bit more to distribute to those who are the worst off.
They thank you, and things look to be a bit better in this case.
Could probably wait. Okay, so do you want me to like pick a potion to promote now, just so we don't forget later, or do you want me to like wait until you
pick a
figure
potion
out
to promote now?
Okay. But I didn't know whether or not you wanted me to like wait until you figured out if there were any potions that were being added to the repertoire beforehand.
Nothing's added. I rolled.
Okay. Question. The ones that could be promoted, is that just the regular potions?
No, lessers can be promoted too.
Okay. Given my character's armor restrictions, that also puts the bone plates lesser potion into contest as well, like getting more like natural AC. His head's minor healing is snails. Heads, so I'm gonna promote the growth potion.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna promote the growth potion?
Yep.
Go big or go home.
That's the one that makes him grow a foot?
Yeah, that's getting promoted to one that gives a permanent effect. Which, as I mentioned before, now that I understand how this whole like permanent potion system works, that raising for that growth potion makes infinitely more sense than it did before. When I thought it was like, oh, you can make one item potion every 2 levels that is permanent. But yeah, I wasn't sure which one to do in the short term, so I figured I'd just coin flip over it. It was gonna be one of the two.
Okay, you now have the growth serum. When drank, you grow 5 feet taller for a -1 to one of your stat scores of your choosing.
Oh,
Well,
no think, only big.
Yeah, I was gonna say the bigger side class you are, the more bonuses you get to stuff, don't you?
mechanically, not strictly at the moment.
Don't worry, we'll just start sewing more brains into your head.
Also, I don't think I would do intelligence.
Hey, you don't need the dex. You're a big guy. You're.
No, he needs
Well, I
dex
use
for
mini
that
brain
AC.
cell in Feudoo Trick.
He
I
could
use
he
dex
could
for
just
AC.
he could just dump charisma.
That's true.
Um,
Really easy to mind control.
The
yeah.
epitome of the joke where it's like the barbarian's worse at intimidation than the bard. Like no one believes you when you say you could kick their ass and you're like 5 stories tall.
I think is
I don't know, I'm just not
really
convinced.
funny mechanically, but also really dumb.
You know, I don't believe you could actually punt me.
You're not
You
that
s-
big. You're just on steroids. It's all fake muscles.
I don't believe you have what's in you to
You're not
punch a
strong.
guy
You don't
with
eat
glasses.
raw meat and do workouts. What do you mean you drink
Yeah, I
water?
watch Liver King.
Saw a fucking brain rotted video where it was like, yeah, did you know that eating vegetables is bad for you? I'm like, huh? You're a
Do you know
fucking
eating is
idiot.
bad for you? You shouldn't eat. I have a
Just
strictly
breathe, duh.
liquid diet. Well, let's see. I don't really get anything from a short rest unless I cast spells.
By the way, did you check out your system?
the
that I
fencing
sent? Yeah.
Yeah. I've already chose the one I get at level 0.
Ready for a friendly fencing match to pass the time? Lift sword with a block of rock on the other end of it. On
No,
guard.
I don't think this is fencing. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any spells that last longer than an hour. I could cast off myself. It's like I could cast Intellect Fortress, but that's only concentration to an hour. I could cast See Invisibility, but that's only an hour. So we'd be up by the time the short rest ended.
You could always, train, get your XP up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if I can get the max out of it, you know?
Ah.
8 hours is a long rest, right?
8 hours is a long rest, yeah.
Yeah, 8 hours is a long rest. It did just occur to me that, I mean, it would need an okay from Cactus that it would be allowed to work that way, but
What?
I guess hypothetically with that growth potion, because I don't think it would be terribly worth it otherwise, but like, I guess hypothetically, I could sack a point of strength, take it slow, and just, like, not do that. Like, do only strength, take it slow between those potions, and just, like, have the cooldown timer, quote unquote, between those potions essentially be, like, however long it takes for Cordova to, like, train that strength back. Because, like, him losing a point of strength doesn't necessarily bar him from, like, lifting heavy objects to, like, train for strength afterwards.
It bars you from being able to do good damage with your sword.
Well, he's saying lose a point, gain a point, lose a point, gain a point as he's
Like,
progressing.
like, essentially let that be the time buffer. Is, like, however, like, stack a point of strength, then, like, the time
No,
buffer
I
would be
like the
however
idea of it
long.
being a resource that you have to pull in with the other systems, where you have to, the other systems that have like a +1 to your score or whatever, right?
That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. He'd use the other systems to beef up his numbers, but
Yeah.
he's using this to tank them at the same time.
Yeah, because unless the other systems up his maximum score,
They do.
then they
this
do.
this was brought up earlier, like the systems that, like, give bonuses to strength and con, like, for the sake of keeping them functional. Like, it also bumps Cordova's maximums.
Mm.
We'll see if I bother to use that.
I mean, you got him now. How you
Yeah,
feel?
and I might have just wasted, like, 1 of 5 that I get for promoting those potions.
You
But
can always
that is
find a
something for-
book that gives you a +1 to strength or some shit. So and
That
those
is
books give you
something
+2.
that is something for future Cordova to contend with.
Or magic items that bump up your strength. Yeah. Sterling will take a short rest because he took a whole 3 damage,
Well,
which it wiped out the rest of his temp HP, but might as well get up to max.
he really took 3 damage. That wiped out 3/4 of his health.
I have no health left. Oh no, I'm gonna die. And then during the short rest he'll
I'll cower before the 4
do
HP
defensive
Sterling.
training. So,
Actually, that
I mean, if
given the way your damage ramp up works, I forget whether or not it's attached to a specific feature, but that would be a really funny magic item. It's just like you're set to 4 HP.
my damage ramp up wouldn't work
But-
at all because it's every
No,
it's
no,
every
like,
25 health.
You're set to 4 current HP. But
Oh,
it
at
doesn't
all
offer
times?
your maximum. Like, it, yeah,
I think
it
I would
doesn't offer
have
your
like
maximum.
a +20 to 25
Like
damage to every spell.
Like, you're set to 4 HP. At the beginning of your turn, you regenerate 4 HP.
I actually
Like
have something I can do that does that.
Like,
right
you
now
might
with
get
the
knocked
fencing
down a
system.
lot. Like, you wouldn't be terribly mobile if you keep getting hit, because you'd have to spend half your movement to get up from prone, but that would be really funny for, like, a glass cannon build.
Yeah.
you're
Wait,
basically
what?
permanently transformed into that one monster, what is it, the Vegapygmy?
The Vegapygmy. Yeah.
And just, we get you a wheelchair and a shotgun.
You don't kill them with fire, they just get back up. Yeah, the level 0 stance I have makes it to where I lose -1 damage per turn, but I gain 5 temp HP that stacks every round.
So yeah, if we're waiting 8 hours, I guess I can just go ahead and burn through the 5th, 6th slot and 4 2nd level slots to help heal up the village a bit.
You know, take a long rest.
Yeah. And then swap out some spells for like create food and the like.
Fair enough.
It's a shame we lost that one druid guy. Like, he probably could have made a bunch of good berries.
Don't think he was the sort to pick up that kind of spell.
Well, before that happens, Sterling is going to cast 2 spells. He's going to cast See Invisibility on himself, and then he is going to cast Clairvoyance inside of the house.
Watch this be another situation where, like, Intellect Fortress would have been good to go.
Actually,
Well, I'm gonna have all my spell slots
him,
back.
I was reminding him that the Hero's Feast actually was giving him advantage on Wisdom saves this whole
I was
time.
rolling solo. I don't think it matters. I rolled a 3 and a 1 on my 2 wisdom saves. Well, no, the other one was a bit higher than that because I had a +4. But still.
So what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Clairvoyance. So like a little silver mirror appears in the house of the and then he is going to look through it with See Invisibility to see if there's anything else in the house other than the Eldritch Abomination that he saw before. It can see into the ethereal plane, so he's seeing if like there's anything hiding in there or if there's like, you know.
There's a totem.
Is it to the Jawed God?
Is it
Yep.
just to the Jawed God? Or, okay. Is that invisible or is it just like fully in view?
It's on the ceiling,
Okay.
draped up with a bunch of bone and flesh,
Got it. Got it.
and it's
Oh,
glowing.
I believe it.
Is the glowing invisible or is it not invisible?
No, it's like glowing. Like
How tall is the ceiling?
Yeah.
it's a first-story house.
No. Now we know that destroying a totem angers the god and brings
Yeah,
about
but
a
summoning
divine
the god
smiting.
of rot might be a bad idea. I think angering it.
That's why I'm asking if we dispel it or something. Does that avoid the god bomb?
I don't have dispel.
I do. That's why I'm asking. So, what were you saying, Cactus? Were you just saying because you're thinking?
Was he figuring out how tall the ceiling was?
Normal ceiling 6 foot.
Like, dude, what?
It's normal ceiling. It's 6 foot.
6 feet tall.
Normal ceiling, 60 foot tall.
You asked for the ceiling. It's 6 feet from the ground.
Poor Cordova has to like
like-
burn through, or he has to just like break through the doorway. In the
Okay,
floor.
I reckon like most ceilings would at least be like 7 or 8 feet tall. You're saying like anyone who's like 6'2" would have to
I'm
die.
6 foot. I'm 6'4", man. I'd be fucking
Yeah.
having to crouch down. I guess it is like a village, so they got smaller houses, you know.
Well, yeah, but also it's the mayor's house.
So
Well, we don't know. Maybe they've all been halflings or
Marginally
something this whole
fancier
time.
does usually come with higher ceilings.
Did you say they devolved into halflings?
It's all this back-breaking labor, you know. They just keep getting shorter and shorter.
diggy diggy hole, diggy 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 hole.
To be honest, I can see it through clairvoyance. I could cast banishment on it without being close to it.
I could also cast banishment, but I was like, I don't think that'd be permanent since.
Well, it wouldn't be
sounds
permanent,
like
but it
the
would
people
it would
got
allow
turned
us
into it.
it would allow us to go into the house and to spell the marking up top without having to actually deal with the thing before it comes back. Which I don't know if it's actually summoning anything or what's happening, but it's doing something. because it's glowing.
Okay, so like, what's the plan? Because I'm not exactly Veda again there.
The fact that it's glowing. Does it look like whatever it's doing is going to happen soon? Do we still get the 8 hours, or does it look like it's gonna happen before that happens?
You're on the 5th hour.
And it's glowing.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't glowing before.
Well, he didn't see it before.
Yeah.
Can Sterling tell or like approximate how long he thinks this is gonna happen? Because it's taken 5 hours for it to start glowing.
You don't know
Is it
how
gonna
long
take
it's
another
been glowing for, though.
Oh, that's true.
You just saw, like, oh, there's a glowing thing in there.
Now, can I weigh in? Because I
If you
assume
look
you have
through
some
the-
kind of way to, to convey that info to me, and I could, like,
Let me check.
as a cleric, give you an idea how far along this god totem is to doing whatever it's doing.
I think the best I could do is do a minor illusion of what it looks like and it glowing, based on what I'm
Sure.
seeing. You could probably look through one of the windows with as short as you are, without having to like crouch down and look up and see it, depending on
And
where it
also,
is in the room.
Cordova could lift me to the second floor, even if it was on there.
Well, I mean, if the ceiling is 6 feet tall, that means the second floor is like
12 to 15, yeah.
Also, wait, if their stories are that short, that means like whoever was, whoever I was asking about earlier is probably a bit shorter than I initially assumed.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it, I'm gonna play this in characters like, wow, their stories are a bit shorter than I thought they would be.
Normally there are a few chapters
I
long,
can't
at
project
least.
images into your head with telepath.
Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't 18 give me any indicator?
18 what?
Religion for the god totem.
Most rituals take about 6 hours to complete that are big ones. Especially
Ooh, so
if there is a cleric or a believer that is doing it who is well trained, it can take about as short as 6 hours. If they're not trained well, it can take up to 10 hours, and if they're not trained at all, it takes up to a couple days.
I also assume
Based
it
on the
depends on,
prayers
like,
I heard, did it sound like well-rehearsed prayers or like the callings of an unintelligent being to their god?
Religion.
Alright, I'll
Also, I assume it
Covered
partially
in.
depends on like the magnitude of the ritual, right? Because
7.
the
You
one
don't
that we
know.
ran into in the crypt was like
Magnitude of ritual has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with magical skill, knowledge of the god. Your ritual could be
So, like-
the entire
Okay.
town, but the magnitude of it doesn't matter as long as the person performing the ritual is skilled.
I got another
okay, so
18.
okay, so like everyone that was doing that giant ass ritual in the crypt was just idiots. Because
Not
they were
that they're
taking like
idiots.
days.
I want you to think about it like as a person who knows Greek, the standard person who knows Greek mythology, right? They know some of the stories, some of the lore. A person who has a religious understanding of Greek mythology, right? And then a professor who is in Greek mythos, right?
Yeah, they're definitely not
The
a
skill
professor.
levels are different, but they aren't idiots that were there. It's just they had surface level knowledge, so putting things together was just naturally going to take longer because the god's not going to listen to you as easily. There's a projection gap. It's like you summoning Shiley, for example. You're not a cleric
Yeah.
or a paladin or anything, so
Yeah.
you shouting her name and holding your
Basically-
sword up is like
basically throwing a dart at a dartboard that's like the size of a thimble.
Yeah, but the question is that a summoned being through prayer to the god of rot, would it be considered a priest?
They don't necessarily have to be a priest to do so.
Yeah, I know. Just someone of the level of priest of understanding, because they're summoned through the god of rot. So you would think that they would have
In this
at least.
circumstances, no, because as I said before, to your knowledge, as I said before, there is no religion for the god of rot. The ancient gods, right? There's no religion based around them. There's only the belief, legends, and stuff that is there. If there is someone praying to them, like directly praying to them, that's not a person who knows them. That's something that is trying to be a bridge connection.
Okay, okay.
It's kind of like so it's not like a typical church where you might summon up Lathander, right? Where it's like, I have this prayer, I'm summoning Lathander, here's the ritual, all that stuff. It is
A bit harder than that.
These ancient gods, to the normal people, even the people who study it, don't really exist in good concrete fashion. And you can't pray to them either, because there's no religion to belief off of. You're mostly going to default to other things, even in those powerful steads. So if the god is trying to come back, or do something, he has to infect someone's mind, or there has to be a direct link to them. And if there's a link, then it's basically him just kind of connecting two doorways.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
he'd be controlling the
I thought
being,
you
trying to
were
connect the
telling
doorway.
me to roll a.
Oh.
I thought you were telling me to roll a second religion, and I got an 18 again.
So your religion comes back up. You know the thing is close by, right? To the knowledge and the stuff that I just answered to him, that he was questioning. He's questioning to you. You're answering him back. To that regard as well, let's say you would know that these are very, very old powers. They don't necessarily abide by the powers of standard rule sets of magic, right? Like, you could try to banish it, but if it's already set up a ritual for connection, it's not so much that banishing it does anything, it just means that you've moved the door. You haven't stopped it.
Well, yeah, I was asking if a dispel magic on the totem would avoid the whole god bomb problem.
Because you rolled your other religion check, I just want you to roll an insight for me.
Say what?
Roll me an insight,
insight?
at advantage.
Okay. Hmm. 13.
So, the god bomb problem comes about because of modern gods and how they work in D&D with connection to the mortal realm, right? There's the realm, then the mortal realm, right? That's how their connection happens. You have the bigger gods, which are like primevals, right? Which are bigger on a structure. The god bomb doesn't apply to ancient gods because they are a cosmic force that stretches so far that having one minor connection snapped from them doesn't result in them forcing all of their nature through it. It just means that you've moved the connection point. It's more of an inevitability that they're going to get there. You're just moving the end goalpost.
Yeah, just making it longer.
It's like when they banish it, right? If they were to banish an ancient god, they're banishing the endpoint to a different location, and then every so many years doing that over and over again to move the goalpost around to make it longer.
Yeah, our plan to banish was just to get the fleshy thing out of the way so we could quickly take care of the totem, then let it come back to this area so we don't need to worry about the totem.
That plan might work, but you're not... What I'm trying to get at is that you're not necessarily stopping the ritual from happening. It's still
we weren't stopping the ritual completely. We just wanted to get rid of the totem so that it would delay things enough we could take care of this thing without worrying about it going off during the fight.
You could realistically banish it. You would have to be quick, though, when you open up the door.
Well, I can do it. If we're
Yeah, he
doing,
has
if
clairvoyance.
this is happening while he's cast clairvoyance and see invisibility, then I can do it without opening the door, because it's a sight-based spell.
Okay. Where do you want to banish it? Because that matters, too.
Well, it's just a demi-plane or back to the far realm, depending on if this thing originates from there or if it was created here.
I'm gonna banish to a harmless demiplane. So, fucking elemental plane of dust. That's where I banish it.
Okay. It is warped away along with the house.
Oh,
So the creature was the house.
it merged with the house.
I guess we're fighting a house when it comes back.
I guess
it
House
so.
banishes the creature and
hunters.
nothing else.
The totem
it-
drops to the ground where the house was.
Okay. Well, we have a minute. Work quick if you're gonna do something.
Yep. I guess we just casually break it apart since we don't need to worry about the god bomb problem.
How do you want to break it apart?
Uh,
Because that does
should
matter,
I make
too.
a check to find the good one?
Sure.
Alright. Religion, I take it, since this is dealing with a totem.
Mm-hmm.
$21.
You see that on the totem there are 4 prongs that are hovering around this thing, kind of spindling around it. You see that each prong is a protectionary barrier around the totem. You have to dispel the 4 prongs before you can gain access to the totem, or if you do so, a magical effect is triggered.
It will dispel for.
So you have 4 slots of dispel.
Yep.
Okay. After burning the 4 slots, they crumble to the ground, and all that is left is the skull attribute in the middle, as the swirling eyes are of cyan, mixed with other colors of blue and gold. Mixed with stone and bleeding rock, it is pulsulating on one side. What do you do?
I mean, the check told me I was good to snap it after this, right? So.
Yep.
I snap it?
You snap it in
No.
half. Upon doing so, the flesh begins to rapidly decay, turn to disease, and melt into a puddle on the ground. The rest of it cracks and disintegrates away from this mortal coil of existence.
Washes my hands with holy water.
30 seconds. Gets ready for the house, I guess.
Yes, indeed. Does Physio want to, like, give us some bardic inspiration ahead of time?
He believes that you can handle it.
He thinks you're
Thank you,
invincible.
Physio. You want to give it to my comrades who are less capable than me?
He says to you, if they're with you, obviously they're your trusted aides. They're obviously like demigods.
Just
Mental
order him
note
to
to
get,
self, we're bringing someone other than Physio next time.
he obeys you. Just
Demigod,
order
that's
him to get.
flattering, I don't know.
As the house doesn't return after the banishment spell is up.
Well, does the thing
Oh.
inside return?
Instead,
Inside return?
a small pool of black liquid forms on the ground where the totem was.
Yet that's not what we banished. Well, maybe it is, and it's changed. I think we pissed it off.
Does
Yeah,
Cloud Kill
okay.
work? Since I
It's just
would
a
have had
small
that
puddle.
ready.
Okay, so
Where the
it's
totem was.
It's just a small puddle, and is it doing anything?
You don't
I mean,
see
I
that
guess
it's-
Sterling would know best, right? Since he's able to. Oh, well, I guess detect thoughts is
Well,
long
if
gone.
it's doing
I do
anything,
that for a short amount of time every day. I've already done it.
if it's doing anything, then we pissed it off. If it isn't doing anything, then it pissed off.
you can't tell. It looks like liquid, however, it's not moving. And when you step on the ground, it doesn't move either.
Yeah, how's a
Sterling
cloud
is
kill remedy
going
the
to
situation?
throw a dagger at it. He has two
Well, you
daggers.
put
He's
a
gonna throw a
okay. You
dagger
put a
at it.
cloud kill near it then.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna do that because even if it doesn't breathe, it's taking damage.
You put a cloud kill near it, and the cloud is sucked in to a hole.
Huh.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's not good. Now Sterling throws a dagger at it. Does the dagger go into it as
The
well?
dagger's sucked into the hole, and it grows a little bit bigger.
Oh,
Hmm.
how do we deal
Now-
with this?
Can I make a check to see if, like, dispelling magic or something is going to hurt this thing at this stage?
Dispelling magic won't dispel anything. It's
Yeah.
you versus an ancient power. You ain't doing shit.
Well,
I think Sterling has learned his lesson, so he's not going to reach out telepathically to the giant dark spot on the ground from an ancient god of rot. That sounds like a bad idea.
so what I'm getting is, it still summoned whatever it was gonna summon, just in a weaker form.
A weaker, more dependent form.
More dependent.
It's dependent on something.
Okay, going like
Can I make a
emphatically.
check to see as to what?
Sure. You can make me... Oh, what did you make?
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say religion, since
Sure.
this is still God talk.
It requires poison, rot, and decay. If any magic of poison, rot, or decay or thing is thrown into it that is decaying, or poisoned, or ill, or diseased, or otherwise, it will grow. Otherwise, it will not.
Hey,
Alright, well, for starters, I guess we start pouring holy water on this fucking
I
thing.
was gonna say. So what's the opposite of that?
Cactus! Can I pour the dragon hot sauce in here?
You could.
It's probably poison. Let's be
2d6 fire
honest.
damage. It's fire, not poison.
Nothing happens. As you pour holy water
Damn
into
it.
it, nothing happens.
It's not even
Yeah,
diluting it
this
as
thing,
a small
uh,
puddle.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe the opposite of decay and poison and stuff would maybe be I don't know, antitoxins and regenerative stuff, but never
Try,
mind me.
try
on that.
healing it, Alurse.
I was gonna say I could start casting like restoration spells, since those remove conditions rather than inflict them. But
I'm going to absolutely lose it if this ends up being like the first like mechanical gimmick that I actually find out.
What do you mean?
yeah, I guess we start with a lesser restoration to see if it has an effect.
Nothing happens.
Alrighty. Well, glad I didn't waste a greater on that.
What do you mean mechanical thing you find out, Cordova?
He was saying
It's
if it's the first
fucking-
gimmick he guessed right
I've
away, he'd be
mentioned-
kind of upset.
I've mentioned before that I like do very poorly at like guessing like gimmicks of encounters.
So what was your guess?
Dump healing and regenerative stuff into it because that's the opposite of decay.
Not necessarily.
So you said, to be clear,
Only
is
the-
it only
the answer
damaging
can't be
stuff
just leave it
that?
alone, right?
It is only anything that is poison, rot, decay, or diseased or ill targets, meaning stuff that is ill, that goes into it will make it grow.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, the other stuff, does it need to be damaging stuff to shrink it, or is it just anything we put in there?
It doesn't need to be damaging. It doesn't need to be healing. It's anything.
Now, here's my thought, right, gang? We have a decanter of endless water over here. Can we borrow it and
That's
start
not a
dumping
decanter of
water?
endless water.
Oh, you said we guessed it last time.
Yeah,
so.
you guessed the gimmick. It is a sigil of endless water.
Well, can we carve out the sigil and carry it over and dump
We're
it?
gonna deprive
here?
this fucking village of water forever just on a hunch.
No, it would still be on a surface. We're
okay,
just taking the surface with
counter-argument.
us
Counter-argument.
and then setting it
buckets
back in.
exist.
That could work.
You wanna
That
wear
takes a
that
long
bucket-
time, whereas this is dumping it directly over and over again.
Before they
It's like
do
a
that,
bucket versus a fire hose.
Sterling's gonna cast Mind Sliver on the target, on the hole.
Great, that was a splendid idea. Roll me a wisdom save.
Remember to roll it with advantage this time.
And +2.
Yeah, and +2.
Nice.
That's not 12. It's 2 5s.
You're dropped unconscious.
Shit.
As the worming eldritch form of decay slips into your mind and you are taken away by all the unending screams of the damned minor and major diseased creatures that have rotted away slowly to death inside your head over the last 2 millennia. You're knocked unconscious.
So, is it a creature though? Because it only works on a creature, you know.
You are connecting to a physical manifestation of the god of rot.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Now, can I give him
I
healing?
love this.
healing,
I'm
or
not
do I
going to
need
fuck
to,
around
like,
with the god of
restoration
rot.
this guy
Mind Sliver,
first?
the god of rot.
Well, I didn't know it was the actual god, you know? It was maybe like some fucked up, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, that they summoned what they were going to, but it came out weaker because we got rid of the totem first.
Yes.
I was trying to see if it was taking any
What I
damage.
was trying
but-
to say before is that they don't summon up spells, diseases, or other things like the modern gods of D&D do. When they summon themselves. Whenever something is trying to summon them, it is just them possessing something else on the other side to bridge the doors together.
So yeah, I'll spend a greater restoration slot and heal this boy back up, and then
Like,
I'm,
we actually can't
Do I
this
come
way
unconscious,
now,
or-
right?
Yeah, you wake back up. Just, had a nightmare where you thought you were going past a whole millennia of disease, rot, and decay. Hearing the screams of millennia worth of people.
I've touched a lot of minds, but there's too many. Whatever the fuck you guys... Why am I here? Fuck. Don't go near that thing. I don't know what to do with it, but don't go near it.
That sigil could potentially work with the water thing. Maybe, depending.
alright, that's
Why
what I was
would it
gonna
work
do.
though?
Because we're diluting a small puddle with a fuck ton of water.
Well, okay, but it's not exactly a puddle, is it? It's a hole.
It's a magic puddle, but hey.
Well, I
We
mean,
do
that's
what
what
we
I'm
can.
saying. It's not
They're just
exactly
gonna go
the
stand
exact
off to the
liquid,
side and sit down.
Like, it's not exactly paying, like, acting like a liquid, is it?
Well,
So, like,
DM
that
said
doesn't
so,
exactly make
so.
the puddle.
I walk all the way over and do this.
As you walk over to the fountain, what do you want to do?
Like I said before, I'm gonna safely remove the rune so that it's still attached to a surface, whatever surface
Hey.
it is applied to, and I'm gonna
Hey,
carry that
question.
thing over.
Yeah, what's
Question and
and
counterpoint. Question and counterpoint.
Yeah.
maybe the guy who's familiar with rune crafting should be the one to do that.
Sure, if you want to do it instead of asking and nitpicking why we can't.
Hey, Cordova, roll me a perception check.
Hey, Cordova, I'll help you with your perception check
Well, maybe if you
and give you
try to
guidance.
provide reasoning instead of just up and doing something that could be catastrophic to the fucking village.
No, we can mend it if we fuck up.
Sure. Despite,
What'd you get?
like, a lot of magic items just not being mendable like that. 17.
That's not a normal ruin.
It's not a normal rune.
That's a divinely blessed ruin. By a minor deity.
I mean, we're not impacting the rune itself.
Do you know what a
You know, like, if
what an acromental is?
Not off the top of my head.
Acromentals are the royals of elementals.
Ah,
Ohydra is the acromental of the
Oh,
elemental plane of
Arcomental.
Arcomental is the princess of the elemental evil plane of water.
Why the evil plane of water, though?
The
the
evil
one that
elemental
they
of
chose
water
for
in
here.
the water plane.
well,
Yeah, I know she's a thing. I was just asking why did they choose the princess of elemental evil, or I mean water evil, for the fountain that's gonna provide them life.
You take what you can get, man.
that's fair. It's either water or no water. Hey, Alerce.
She's all ears.
So, I was a bit skeptical about just, trying to dump water into it, because, a dagger was thrown at it and it just ate that. Now, if I remember my runic aquin correctly, that's a divine rune.
So God against God, all the better.
This-
Minor
this is
god
the
against
elemental plane of
ancient creature.
Well, in the words of someone a minute ago, you get what you can get.
Just chuck it in.
I
Well,
don't need to
that-
check it in. It's spraying water out like a fire hose or a fountain. The goal is to dilute them, and I have an infinite source of water.
Is there something I can roll to try to, see whether or not bird senses go off about this being a good or a bad idea?
You can roll me an Arcana.
Okay.
I cannot help you, but I can give you guidance.
Wow.
And I guess I have slots now for enhanceability.
Wait, does Bardic Inspiration work on skills?
Yes.
Even if it does, he didn't want to give any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's essentially every D20 check gets a plus 1d4 for the most part.
So,
have some
Okay,
foxes
so what
cunning.
bonuses am I getting here?
so what'd you get?
Well, I'm asking what bonuses I'm getting before rolling it.
D4 and advantage.
D4 and advantage.
Oh.
Burn through my slots.
Geez, thanks, thanks, D20s.
Plus you rolled ones on the other two.
You know, who could say if fucking around with the evil water thing is bad or not? Not like you had any experience in the past with that.
Completely different.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. I'm deciding to not fuck with this. Is
Who's
that
to
Patreon
say?
link on the map?
Is that what?
Is that Patreon link on the map?
Yes, I steal my
Yeah.
shit.
Is it stealing if they like hand it out for free?
Well, this is the low quality one they hand out for free, you know.
Yeah.
Who cares? You
I do
won't
that
see
shit
it.
all the time. Question. Would
Yeah?
Sterling know if the water fountain thing idea would work now that he's peered into the mind
Yeah,
of an
it's not
eldritch
gonna work.
god?
What you saw
not
in
gonna
there
work.
is that it is basically like it's a hole connected to space, and there's just the entity on the other side in space.
Now that he's like gathered his thoughts,
The
he's
hole's
gonna
like
go
a
tell
gate.
Alerce,
It's like a gateway for him to crawl
Yeah.
through.
He's gonna be like, it's a gateway. It's not a creature. It's him. It's Mondor.
Yeah,
It's a
so
link
dumping
to his
water on
realm
it.
directly. It's him. Unless you have a way to close a gate, I don't think there's much we can do. I don't want to get close to it. I don't
Well,
think
the
pouring
answer
water
can't just
into it
be
is
to
going
leave
to
it
do anything.
alone.
But the question is are the villagers going to leave it alone? It's right where the mayor's house was. And then if they do leave it alone, how long until it grows bigger on its own?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't think the answer is to leave it alone. That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said. I guess we leave it alone. Never mind.
So what do you want to do?
Well,
Hey, Claire, can you just like try and roll divine intervention?
believe I already did
I'm
that
getting
for
tired
the
of
book last
I'm-
time.
You took a long rest.
I'm getting tired of thinking about this.
Well, we can give it a try. There you go, 23. I think that's low enough.
So you summon up Mercurial's power. What do you want him to do?
Take hole, close hole.
Yeah, any kind of way we can close this godly gateway, or shove it somewhere else where it's not a problem.
He'll just picks up the hole like it's an object, chucks it into space.
Portable holes are a thing in D&D, so
That's what I'm
make
saying.
this hole portable.
Just pick up the hole, chuck it into space. Boom! It's in the mesosphere. Forget about it. We're done with it.
Can you imagine we just get access to what's basically a combination of a portable hole and a bag of devouring, because there's a eldritch god on the other side eating anything that we...
He puts
know,
a necron cage. He puts a necro cage around it.
So basically he's gonna seal it off so that stupid mortals don't feed it. Got it. Works for me.
On each side of the necro cage is a portal to the underworld.
Well,
I'm just gonna be right back. No.
So anybody that walks through will go to the underworld and die. Instead of going in the hole.
Well, I mean,
But
I guess that's a more recognizable. That's
A
a more
giant,
recognizable.
green, swirling, haunting, and screaming portal of death.
To
now
be
hear me
fair,
out, DM.
that
I
is-
have Death Ward.
That would work for one turn.
Well, he
But,
said specifically you go there and you die. So if it's just a process of how you get there, then you know I'm safe because I die once and then I'm
Are you wanting to go
Live in the
visit
underworld.
Mercule? That bad?
That's the joke. Yeah.
But like, yeah. What I was saying was, to be fair, I guess just like making a portal just straight to hell that you can see, like I mean, like nothing's gonna crawl back out of that gate, right?
Yeah.
Asking if
Or
this is
did,
the
or
one
did
way.
Mercule just casually make a fucking like underworld invasion right here?
Kinda, yeah. If he wanted to.
I'd prefer it didn't.
He could, if he wanted to.
I was gonna say optimal part of that is the fucking if he wanted to. Mercule's already like, fuck, this is a lot of work handling these souls.
Fuck, man, I hate my life. I don't want to do any more than I have to.
Like, oh, hey, I don't know, fucking, yeah, no, Alerce just says, like, fuck, man, handling these souls is a pain in the ass. Is like, oh, hey, well, just throw the worst of them at me, and I'll just swap them.
Yeah, and in Elseworld, of another campaign, she became his secretary.
Well, what the fuck do we tell the villagers? Not to touch the cube where they instantly die. Just to live it in the middle of
I
town.
mean, they'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, of all the
well,
things to not touch, I'd say that's a good one.
Yeah, well, what I was trying to say was, to be fair, that's more obvious of a bad thing than just, like, a void.
And hey, if the steel feathers mess with them again, just say, hey, we stored all the food you want in there.
Also, now that there's a gate to the underworld, it might attract followers of Mercule to build a temple around it.
And they can throw any of the undead that are bothering them in there too. Send them
Yeah,
right to
well,
Mercule.
Yeah, you know what? Having a temple here in the future is probably better than just the like.
And
That is a wonderful idea. I will convince the the people
But they
here
don't
that they
have
must
a
build
mayor,
temple
so you're
to
just gonna have to
Mercule.
convince the people.
and with that, we are going to end session here.
All right.
Cool.